Preppers, are you genuinely prepared for an emergency that strikes out of the blue? Today, we're delving into the essentials of emergency preparedness. 12 PREPS recommended by the DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, that every American should have in their homes before it's too late. Think about it this way. If the power grid were to fail tonight, would you and your loved ones have what it takes to survive? First up, let's talk about first aid kits. A comprehensive first aid kit is more than just a box of bandages and painkillers. It's a crucial part of emergency preparedness that can make a big difference in medical emergencies. While basics like adhesive bandages and antiseptic wipes are important, a truly comprehensive kit goes further. It includes items to deal with a wide range of injuries and medical conditions. When putting together a first aid kit, make sure you have supplies for wound care. This means sterile gauze pads, adhesive tape, and wound cleaning solutions like hydrogen peroxide or saline solution. These are essential for cleaning and dressing wounds to prevent infection and help them heal. You'll also need tools for assessing and treating injuries, like a thermometer to check for fever, scissors for cutting bandages, and tweezers for removing splinters or debris. A flashlight with extra batteries is a good idea too, for seeing in low light. For more serious injuries like fractures or sprains, include items like splints, elastic bandages, and cold packs to reduce swelling and pain. And don't forget about CPR. Make sure your kit has a CPR mask and instructions for performing CPR, along with a first aid manual to guide you through emergency procedures. Medications are another important part of a first aid kit. While it's important to talk to a healthcare professional before including medications, common items might include pain relievers, antihistamines, and antidiarrheal medications are a no-brainer. If you have specific medical conditions like allergies or asthma, make sure your kit includes all the necessary medications or supplies. Regular maintenance of your first aid kit is also crucial. Check expiration dates on medications and supplies. Replace any used or expired items, and update the kit based on changes in medical needs or recommendations. Speaking of health, maintaining proper hygiene is super important, especially in emergencies when resources might be scarce. Let's talk about some often overlooked hygiene and sanitation supplies that can keep you healthy when things get tough. First up, hand hygiene. In emergency situations, alcohol-based hand sanitizers are a must-have. We all remember the lockdown, don't we? These sanitizers kill germs and bacteria, reducing the risk of getting sick. And don't forget about antibacterial hand wipes. They're handy for keeping your hands clean when traditional washing isn't an option. Disposable gloves are another essential item for personal hygiene. They protect you from germs on surfaces and help prevent the spread of pathogens to others. Make sure you have enough gloves in different sizes for everyone in your household. Oral hygiene is important too. Include toothbrushes and toothpaste in your emergency supplies. Good oral health isn't just about keeping your teeth clean. It helps your body fight off infections too. Travel-sized toothbrushes and toothpaste are convenient additions to your kit. For women, feminine hygiene products like sanitary pads or tampons are a must. Inadequate menstrual hygiene can lead to infections and discomfort, so make sure you have enough of these items on hand. Basic sanitation is also crucial. Biodegradable soap and shampoo are great additions to your kit, helping you stay clean even in makeshift conditions. And don't forget about waste disposal. Large, sturdy trash bags are essential for proper waste disposal, minimizing the risk of contamination and disease spread. Consider including a portable toilet or sanitation bag for situations where conventional restroom facilities aren't available. These can make a big difference in maintaining hygiene and comfort during emergencies. Another super important thing the Department of Homeland Security really emphasizes on is prescription medication. And it's easy to understand why. Picture this: you're in the middle of a wild weather event or an unexpected disaster, and pharmacies are closed tight or the lines are longer than at a blockbuster movie premiere. If you or someone in your family relies on prescription meds, running out because you can't get a refill is just added stress you don't need. Now, I know stocking up on prescription meds isn't as simple as grabbing an extra loaf of bread at the store. There are rules, insurance hoops, and all that jazz. But here's the thing. Many doctors and insurance companies will work with you if you explain you're trying to prepare for an emergency. Sometimes it's as easy as asking for a 90-day supply instead of the usual 30-day one. Even setting aside a pill or two from each refill can build up a little buffer over time. The key here is thinking ahead and communicating. Your healthcare provider can help figure out the best approach to ensure you have enough medication on hand to get through a rough patch without risking your health. And remember, it's not just about prescription meds. If you wear glasses or contacts, having an extra pair or a spare box of lenses can be a game changer if your primary pair gets lost or damaged. Making sure you've got enough of your prescription meds can literally be a lifesaver in an emergency. It's one of those things you hope you never need to rely on, but if you do, you'll be thanking your lucky stars you planned ahead. Imagine this: a Category 4 hurricane is barreling towards your area. You've done all the right things, stocked up on non-perishable food, secured plenty of water, and made sure your family has everything they need to hunker down. But then the power lines go down, and your home goes dark, and with it, your connection to the outside world. How would you be in contact with the rest of the world and know what's going on? Scary, right? This is the moment when a hand crank radio shines. A hand crank radio doesn't need electricity or batteries to function. Just a few turns of the crank, and you've got yourself a lifeline to the rest of the world. Through this radio, you can tap into NOAA weather radio and AM/FM stations, getting live updates on the storm's path, safety instructions, and even evacuation orders if it comes to that. It's like having a beacon of hope in your hands, ensuring you're not making decisions in the dark. If you're looking for a specific radio, one we'd suggest is the Eton FRX 5BT Emergency Weather Radio. This isn't just any radio. It's designed to be your emergency companion, offering AM/FM NOAA weather band digital radio, a rechargeable battery, and even a solar panel for those days when the sun decides to show up. And if you're thinking about how you'll keep your phone charged, this radio has got you covered with a USB port. Plus, it comes with a built-in flashlight and a red emergency beacon, making it easier to navigate through the darkest nights. Talk about being made of disasters. Continuing the theme of staying informed during emergencies, the Department of Homeland Security emphasizes the indispensable nature of reliable communication tools in your preparedness arsenal. And here's why. At the forefront of communication tools is a robust, multifunctional, and portable emergency radio. These radios, often powered by hand cranking or solar energy, ensure you stay informed, even when traditional power sources are unavailable. Look for models that cover a broad spectrum of frequencies, including weather bands and emergency channels, to receive real-time updates and alerts from authorities. Satellite phones stand out as a critical communication tool in situations where traditional cellular networks may fail. They operate independently of ground-based infrastructure, providing a direct line of communication with emergency services, loved ones, and relevant authorities. Though more expensive than standard mobile phones, their reliability in remote or disaster-stricken areas makes them a worthwhile investment. Additionally, consider incorporating personal locator beacons or satellite messengers into your emergency kit. These devices allow you to send distress signals and your GPS coordinates to emergency responders, facilitating a quicker and more accurate rescue in remote locations. Some models also enable two-way messaging, enhancing your ability to communicate your situation effectively. For short-range communication within your household or community, walkie-talkies or two-way radios play a crucial role. These devices are simple to use, provide instant communication, and can be invaluable in scenarios where verbal communication is essential. Ensure they operate on multiple channels and have a reasonable range, accounting for potential obstacles and interference. In the digital age, smartphones remain powerful communication tools. However, their reliance on cellular networks can pose challenges in emergencies. Therefore, supplement your smartphone with portable power banks or solar chargers to keep it operational when electricity is scarce. Familiarize yourself with online messaging apps and communication platforms that work without a cellular signal or internet connection. In the middle of an emergency, you might need to do a lot of things, like turning off utilities, making minor repairs, or opening canned goods if you can't find a can opener. This is where a sturdy, reliable multi-tool becomes super valuable. It's like having several tools packed into one compact device, including pliers, screwdrivers, knives, and sometimes even a small saw or file. The great thing about a multi-tool is its versatility. With just one tool, you can tackle a bunch of tasks, cutting through rope, tightening screws, or slicing open packaging. Instead of lugging around a bulky toolbox, a single multi-tool saves precious space and weight in your emergency bag. This is especially important if you need to be on the move or have limited storage space. When picking out a multi-tool, look for one that feels comfortable in your hand and includes tools you're most likely to need. Some models are designed for specific activities like camping or fishing, while others are more general purpose. Make sure to choose a model with a locking mechanism for the tools, which can prevent accidents while in use. Think about this. The power goes out for hours or even days, and your phone goes as dead as a doornail without a way to charge it. What would you do? That's where having a beefy portable power bank tucked away can really save the day. These little gadgets are like rechargeable batteries on steroids. They can juice up your phone, tablet, and sometimes even your laptop multiple times. They come in all shapes and sizes, with a big number on the box telling you how much charge they can hold. When picking out a power bank, here's what to keep in mind. How much juice do you need? If it's just you and your phone, something with around 10,000 mAh might do the trick. But if you've got a bunch of gadgets to keep alive, you might want something heftier, like 20,000 mAh or more. What are you charging? Make sure the power bank fits your gear. Most phones are cool with a standard USB output, but if you're charging a tablet or laptop, you might need a power bank with USB-C or even an AC outlet. Make sure the power bank you buy is sturdy. Emergencies don't happen in bubble wrap. A power bank that can take a knock or resist a splash can be worth its weight in gold. Also, think about how you'll recharge the power bank itself. Some can soak up the sun or get cranked back to life by hand. Making copies of important documents for emergencies might sound a bit bureaucratic, but trust me, the Department of Homeland Security is onto something here. Imagine you're in a situation where you need to evacuate your home. Maybe there's a flood, a wildfire, or some other urgent disaster. In the rush of things, you're not going to be thinking about grabbing your passport, birth certificate, or insurance policies. But having those documents can be crucial afterward, whether you're trying to prove your identity, file insurance claims, or just get back on your feet. So what's the move here? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Take a little time to gather up those vital documents. Think IDs, insurance info, medical records, bank account details, and anything else that feels like a nightmare to replace. Then make copies. And here's the kicker. Don't just make physical copies. Go digital too. Scan them or take clear photos and store them somewhere safe online, like in a secure cloud storage service. That way, even if your physical copies go up in smoke or get washed away, you've got backups that are as close as the nearest internet connection. And for the physical copies, pop them into a waterproof, fireproof container. They're not too pricey and can save you a world of headaches. This container doesn't need to be anything fancy, it just needs to keep those documents safe. When preparing for emergencies, make sure you don't forget about your furry friends. Think about it. If you've got a pet, that little creature depends on you for everything. And in the chaos of an emergency, whether it's a natural disaster or some unexpected event, having a stash of pet food, some extra water, and even their medications can make a huge difference. It's not just about keeping them fed and healthy either. Having their favorite toy or a cozy blanket can help keep them calm in stressful situations, which, let's face it, is good for your stress levels too. And here's a pro tip. Don't forget about a sturdy leash or carrier. If you need to evacuate, you'll want to make sure your pet is safe and secure by your side. The last thing you need is for them to bolt or get lost when things are already hectic. Another important thing on the DHS's list is stocking up on non-perishable food. Imagine a sudden storm hits, or there's a power outage that lasts days. Having a plan means you're not just surviving, you're a step ahead, ensuring your family stays fed and healthy until things get back to normal. Let's break it down. Say you've got a lively household of 5. You're looking at needing around 45 meals to keep everyone happy and well fed over 3 days. It might sound like a lot, but it's totally doable with a bit of know-how. First off, Think about stocking up on basics like oatmeal, pasta, and a variety of canned goods. Oatmeal's great for breakfast, packed with fiber and super filling. Pasta is a crowd pleaser and can be whipped up into a hearty meal with just about anything from your pantry. And canned goods? Think fruits, veggies, beans, and meats. They're ready to eat, packed with nutrients, and can be turned into a meal in no time. And then there's the option of MREs, or meals ready to eat. These packs are calorie bombs designed to fuel the body in demanding situations. One MRE can have up to 2,000 calories, making them perfect for sharing. They might not win any gourmet awards, but they're a solid choice when you need something substantial and quick. Plus, their shelf life is unbeatable. If you're looking for something that lasts, consider investing in a bucket of freeze-dried food. These buckets are packed with meals that only need water to come back to life. They're perfect for storing away for a rainy day, literally, and can last for decades. Probably the most important recommendation from the DHS is to ensure you have an adequate supply of water. Specifically, they advise storing at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for a minimum of 3 days. This guideline is crucial for several reasons and applies to various needs beyond just quenching thirst. For a family of 5, this means having at least 15 gallons of water readily available. This stored water is essential not only for drinking, but also plays a vital role in sanitation and cooking. Imagine everyday activities such as brushing your teeth, cleaning your body, washing dishes, or even boiling pasta for a meal. These tasks, often taken for granted, become challenging without a reliable water source. Securing this water supply is surprisingly straightforward and affordable. Many find that purchasing bottled water in bulk can be cost-effective, with prices as low as $1 per gallon at many grocery stores. Storing these bottles in a closet or another cool, dark place ensures that you have a vital resource at hand in case of an emergency. This preparation is particularly relevant in scenarios where access to clean drinking water is compromised. Consider the impact of natural disasters on your water supply. An earthquake, for example, could rupture the water mains in your area, cutting off your access to clean water. Similarly, hurricanes and floods pose a significant risk of contaminating local water sources. For those relying on well water, a power outage could render your pump inoperative, halting the flow of clean water to your home. In these instances, the importance of having a stored water supply cannot be overstated. The advice to maintain a water reserve is grounded in the reality that our access to clean drinking water can be unexpectedly disrupted. Natural disasters do not occur with prior warning, and their impact on infrastructure can be severe and immediate. Preparing for emergencies isn't just about knowing what to do. You should also know what not to do. Click the video on screen now to learn more about the 7 things to avoid when disaster strikes.